Hey sis, I'm so happy you're here today because today is very important. I want to talk about some soft skills that you have to learn, that you have to polish, that are really going to help you and accelerate your level up. Sometimes you think that things are just not happening, things are just not moving along, and not realizing that there are some skills that you just need to learn so that you're going to have an easier time when you're trying to level up. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Sthoko. Here we're all about leveling up, all about just working towards achieving our goals so that we can be able to live our best lives. So if you are also on the journey of just leveling up, reinventing yourself, improving your life, just trying to get to the next level, then you are at the right place. I'm so happy you are here. So without further ado, let's talk about these skills. The first thing that you gotta be able to do when you want to accelerate your level up, you gotta have the audacity. You gotta be an audacious person. You gotta be able to go against the norm. You gotta be okay with going at it alone. You gotta be okay with people not understanding what is it that you are trying to do, because a lot of the times people will expect you to do the ordinary, will expect you to do what is expected, what society expects you to do, will expect you to go to school, find a job, start working, do this and that. But if you are on a different path, if you want something different for yourself, if you want something more for yourself, then you gotta be able to take those bold steps. You gotta be able to not be scared to take those bold steps that are going to get you to the place that you want to get to, because you cannot expect to achieve extraordinary if you're just moving in an ordinary manner, if you're just doing what everybody else is doing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing what everybody else is doing, but if you want something different, if you want to do something different, then you gotta be an audacious person. You have got to have that audacity to just go at it and do whatever it is that you feel that you need to do. If it means that you have to move across the country, you gotta be bold enough to do that. If it means that you have to completely go in a different direction and reinvent yourself and do all of these things that you've never done before, you've got to be able to be okay with going at it alone, even if people around you don't understand what is it that you are trying to do. So you gotta be that audacious babe so that you can be able to move up in life, level up in life, take bold steps, take risks, calculated risks, of course, because we don't want to be out here just struggling. So you have to put some thought behind every step that you're trying to take, but don't be scared. Don't be scared to not know everything. Don't be scared to think that you have to first know everything before you move. You don't really need to know everything before you move. You just gotta be prepared to do whatever it takes to learn what you need to learn so that you can be able to move up in life and level up your life. If you don't think that you are an audacious person, maybe start small. Start doing something that scares you, maybe something that you've always been wanting to do, but you've just been scared, you've just been unsure of yourself. Start small. That's how you're going to exercise that muscle, so to speak, of just becoming audacious and taking these bold steps, even if nobody else around you understands what you are doing, even if nobody else around you agrees with what you are doing, but because you know that that's the step that you need to take, that is going to take you to the next level, that is going to give you this life that you want for yourself, that you envision for yourself. So don't be scared to take bold steps and go after the things that you want. Otherwise, you are never going to get that life that you want if you are just always scared of doing things that you know that are going to take you to that next level. All right, the next thing that you have to be able to learn how to handle is delayed gratification. I know our brains are wired in such a way that we always prefer instant gratification as compared to delayed gratification. If we have to choose between getting the reward now as opposed to getting the reward later, we're always going to choose the now, because for some reason we just value the present more than we value the future, not understanding that what we do today is definitely going to have an impact on what our future looks like. But because we are wired in such a way that we always want instant gratification, we sometimes sacrifice our future for the present because we just want to feel good now. We don't want to put in the work now because it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel fun to put in the work now, to focus now and be consistent in something. And we always think that we have to have instant gratification, and that can be a problem, because if you always want to have instant rewards now, you're going to give up too soon, because you have not exercised that muscle of understanding that in almost every area, if you want a long-term rewards, if you want long-term success, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable here and now. You have to be okay with putting in the time, putting in the work, being consistent, and understanding that things take time. I mean, it's the law of nature, really. I don't know why we are so caught up in instant gratification and wanting things to happen overnight, because if you look at how nature works, things take time. So we have to understand that, we have to be okay with that, and understand that the things that we do today are really going to have an impact on the future that we want. If we are just so focused on having a good time today, if we are just so focused on spending our money today, if we are just so focused on doing all these things that seem like they are fun today and not think about the future, then our future is not going to look good. Our future is going to be difficult. If we are okay with doing the difficult things now and understand that we are going to reap the rewards later on, then we're going to keep on working. We're going to keep on putting in the work and understand that we are building up. We are working towards the future that we want. So be okay with delayed gratification, as long as you have a plan, as long as you know why you are doing the things that you are doing, as long as you know that whatever you are doing, you are building up for the future that you want for yourself. So if you are somebody that is not able to delay gratification, you're only going to focus on the here and now, not realizing that you are working against yourself, not realizing that the future that you want depends on the things that you do today. That is going to compound and compound and compound, and then all of a sudden it's going to look like you've achieved overnight success. People won't know that you put in some years and some time and some hours and some sweat, blood and tears behind whatever it is that you are doing, because you understand the law of nature. You understand that things take time. So you have to be somebody that is okay with delayed gratification. Practice it, because I know some people are really impatient, and whenever things don't work out today or tomorrow, they give up. That way you will never really reach that level that you want to reach, because you gotta be consistent at something before it can actually bear some fruits. You have to put in the time. So be that somebody that is okay with delaying gratification and put in the work now, put in the time now, even if it doesn't feel nice in the moment, even if it doesn't feel like it's fun, but you know why you are doing whatever it is that you are doing. So be okay with delayed gratification. Be okay with reaping the rewards of the work that you are putting in now later on. Okay, let me have some water, then we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, the next one. You have to be somebody that is tenacious. You have to have tenacity. You have to just be able to keep going. Just keep going. You have to be stubborn. You have to be stubborn with your dreams. You have to be somebody that is like a dog with a bone, somebody that is relentless, somebody that will not give up, somebody that will not let up. Just hold on to those dreams of yours, because you deserve to live the life that you want. You have to be tenacious and patient and be able to go back to the drawing board and pivot if you need to pivot, or re-strategize if you need to re-strategize, so that you can eventually get the results that you want. You have to exercise that muscle and understand that those are all the things combined that are really going to and take you a step further. Because somebody that doesn't have the tenacity, somebody that doesn't have, the will to just keep going, then somebody is just going to give up too soon, and they're never going to achieve their dreams. They're never going to reach their goals, because if you give up, then you are guaranteed that you are never going to have that thing that you are working towards. But if you are tenacious, if you keep working at it, if you keep learning, you keep, going back to the drawing board, if that's what you need to do to re-strategize, to take a different route, but that is going to still give you the same results that you want, then you gotta be somebody that is able to do that. Do not be that somebody that just gives up too easily. That is guaranteed that you are never going to get the life that you want. All right, the next skill that you have to polish, that you have to learn, you have to be somebody that is able to focus. You have to be somebody that is able to identify the things that are distractions, that are keeping you away from your goals, essentially, that are taking your time and your focus away from the things that you know that you are supposed to be doing, the things that are going to get you to that next level that you are trying to get to. If you are somebody that is not able to do that, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to lose so much of your time, because you are just doing things that are not doing anything for you, really. Things that are taking away your time, your resources, your energy, and all of that. And then you're going to wonder why you are just not moving up. You're just not moving with your goals, because you are not really realizing that you are spending so much of your time on things that are not moving the needle in the right direction, that are not moving you closer to your goals. You're just spending time doing things that don't do anything for you, really. So you have to be that somebody that is able to focus on the task at hand, or focus on the goal that you have. No matter how long it takes you, you just have to be that somebody that is able to remain focused. Just keep your eye on the prizes. Keep your eye on the prize. It's going to happen for you, but it's going to take you to learn all of these things. And just be mindful of the fact that you can find yourself wasting a lot of your time doing things that are not doing anything for you, things that are not moving you closer and closer to your goals. If you find yourself that you have so many distractions, just find a way to just eliminate those distractions and make sure that you allocate enough of your time, enough of your energy, enough of your focus on the things that actually matter, on the things that are going to get you to that next level that you want to get to. So focus is focus, focus. Eye on the prize, eye on the prize. Do not lose that focus to that place that you are working towards. All right, the next one is that you gotta be able to emotionally detach. When you are working on something, as much as you want it, as much as you dream about it, but you have got to be able to emotionally detach. When you want something so bad, you tend to get so emotional about it, especially when things are not moving along, when things are not happening in the way or at the speed that you would like them to happen. You tend to become so emotional about it. You are not even open to other people just giving you maybe constructive criticism that is actually going to help you to become better at the thing that you are doing, because you are so emotional about it. You are so attached to this thing. Just remove your emotions out of it and just work at it. I know you want it so bad, sis. I know you can't wait to get to live that life that you want for yourself. But for you to be able to eventually get there, you have got to emotionally detach so that you can be able to keep going. Because if you are now so emotional about it and you are so hurt, you are so devastated by the fact that maybe whatever you've been working on is not working out, you're just going to stay in that place of sadness and depression and all of that, because now you are so emotionally invested in this thing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't care, obviously, because we care so much about the life that we want. That's why we are putting in the work. That's why we are doing all of these things, because we care so much. We want it so bad. But don't operate from a place of desperation. Take your emotions out of it and just work at it. Learn if you need to learn. Ask people for help, because sometimes we are so focused at trying to be self-made, trying to do everything on our own, not realizing that we are actually wasting a lot of time. Because if somebody can tell you how it's done, I mean, that's better than you spending hours and hours and hours trying to learn something. But if you just ask, maybe somebody can be able to tell you how it's done and you can be able to move along faster. Do whatever it takes. I mean, if somebody can help you, why not? If there's somebody that you can ask, why not ask that person? You'd be surprised that maybe they can tell you how it's done. Then you would have saved yourself a lot of time. Then you can be able to move up faster and quicker in life. All right, the next skill that I want to talk about is a skill that's really going to help you, especially if you are trying to meet different people that maybe can help you on your level up journey, when you are trying to build certain relationships with people that you don't know, new people, is the skill of being able to just start a conversation with a stranger. I know when you are somebody that is introverted like myself, this can seem so intimidating. This can seem like, oh my God, where do I even start? How do I just walk up to a stranger and start a conversation? But I promise you, it's not that bad. When you look at people just being able to just start a conversation and carry out a conversation, you think that maybe it just comes natural to them. For some people, yes, it does come natural, because we don't have the same skills. Some skills you have to learn, others they come more naturally to you. But it's not everybody that is able to do that comes naturally to them. Sometimes you have to learn these things and be able to do them. So if you are somebody that is terrified of starting a conversation or doesn't know what to even say, you can plan these things. You don't really have to immediately go into a deep conversation with somebody that you just met. There are questions that you can learn to ask people that are not so invasive, that won't make people feel like, why are you asking me that? I don't know you. So you have to learn these things. Once you become intentional about it and tell yourself that this is what I want to be comfortable doing, then you're going to learn how to walk up to a stranger and start a conversation. These skills are learned, and they are learned for a reason, because they are helpful. They're going to help you on your journey to level up. Once you are intentional about it, once you practice it, it's going to start becoming easier and easier and easier. There are so many videos that you can look up here on YouTube on what to say when you are trying to start a conversation with a complete stranger, because you are intentional about it. You want to build relationships. You are not desperate about it. You're not operating from a place of desperation that now you want to get to know all of these people because you just want them to help you on your level up journey. No, you are just simply opening yourself up to possibilities, because you don't know, you never know what can come out of the conversation that you strike with a stranger. They can turn out to be somebody that is very instrumental in your level up journey. They can turn out to know somebody that knows somebody that know somebody that can help you with something that you are trying to do. So it's always going to be beneficial for you to meet different people, especially if you are trying to get into these new spaces that you maybe have never been into. Keep these things at the back of your mind when you are working towards your goals. All right, these are the skills that I wanted you to just keep at the back of your mind, and understand that learning these skills is never going to hurt you. It's only going to be beneficial for you. It's only going to be helpful for you on your level up journey. So if you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and also do click that subscribe button, and I'd love to have you over. Until the next video, bye.